single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I decided to make this video because upon going back to work, I was having a lot of trouble getting my little one to take his bottle again. And I say again because when he was first born, I wasn't making enough milk. So I had to go ahead and give him formula and breast milk. So he wasn't exclusively breastfed. And he did amazing with bottles. Like, we actually used 2 different kinds of bottles, and he was fine with both. So everyone kept telling me, like, hey, you should really not be giving him too much formula if you don't have to. So I took it upon myself. 1 month I decided to just exclusively breastfeed him, and that was like I had him in December. All of December he was formula and breast milk together, both of them. Then maybe mid-January I decided that I wanted to go ahead and try to just only give him breast milk. It was like maybe a little bit more towards the beginning where I was aiming to just mainly give him only breast milk, but I finally got to that point maybe around, mid-January. So with that said, I completely stopped giving him a bottle. Even when we were out in public, I tried my hardest to just, cover up myself and go ahead and give him breast milk. Especially my husband would tell me, like, hey, you should really try really hard to just give him breast milk. So that's what I did. Then I had some job interviews to go to once it was time to go back to work. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Sorry. Alrighty, so back to where I was. I had decided to go back to work, and which meant that he was going to have to go to daycare. So then I started to take a couple of job interviews, and once I took those job interviews, obviously I had to leave him with my husband. I was at one job interview, and oh my god, like, my husband was blowing up my phone, which I had no idea because of course I turned off my phone. But he was not taking the bottle, he was not eating, he was crying, so it was really hard. Right, buddy? So it was really hard on him for me to have left him by himself with him. Once I got back home, I gave him breast milk and he was fine. But then, like, for the next 3 weeks, we tried all kinds of different bottles, all kinds. He wouldn't take the 2 that he had taken originally. I'm going to show you guys which ones they were. Sorry, give me 1 second. I have it in a bag here. So this is the one that he had taken originally, which is the Como Tomo. I'm sure you guys have heard of this. Like, if you guys ever look up bottles, like, it's squishy here. It's awesome. If you guys ever look up bottles, this one's going to come up as one of, like, the best. And honestly, he was a newborn and he took this fine. I think it was just the preference. He just preferred to be on my breast, of course, and hugging me, of course. So he did not take this one, okay? Then another one that we had given him when he was a newborn was this one, the Tummy Tippy one. And of course, all of these are with, like, the flow for, like, a newborn, like a #1, because supposedly, if you don't have a lot of breast milk that comes out at once, like, they kind of, like, feel like it's more similar, like a lower flow than, like, a you know, flow that comes out really heavy, which is not like your breast milk. Alrighty, so that's that one. So he didn't take those two. So once we figured that he was not going to take those two, I looked online, and it said that, you know, you have to try different kinds. You have to have different people give them the bottle, different environments. I did see that you should try like warming up the milk a little bit, which I didn't do, unfortunately. What else? Let's see. Yeah, so those are some of the things that said for you to try. Okay, so those two didn't work. Okay, so we tried this one. This one was horrible. As soon as I put it in his mouth, like, this nipple, it's like so tiny, like he was like, no. So definitely not okay. Really, it didn't work out for me for a breastfed baby. Like, I guess it's nothing like the way it comes out of your breast, maybe, according to him, to the expert. Alrighty. I also tried this one, which everyone when I was pregnant told me that I should get this. Well, a lot of the older people actually, because I guess this, you know, in its prime was like the best ever. And this one, you actually, if you had, I'm sure everyone has one of these. If you went to register at a Target, they'll give you one of these for free in the bag. So this one didn't work, but I've definitely heard a lot of good things about it. Might work for another baby, but this little one did not like it. Okay, so let me show you guys this one. I'm so sorry, this one's actually kind of dirty. This one, everyone was like, once I went to social media and I asked people like, wow, like this little one won't take it, which one do you recommend? And everybody and their mother recommended this one, the Nano Bebe. Nano. This one. So this one's crazy, right? Look at it. This one actually really looks like a breast. Don't mind the dirtiness. I literally had it under my bed and I went to get it. I was like, oh, let me get it for the video. So that one didn't work, but I feel like any of these might work for a specific baby, not for mine, which is something that I found out later on that, you know, everyone was like, this one definitely worked for me. The Comotomo one was like, oh yeah, this one really worked for me. And, you know, every baby's different. But the next one is the Nuke. Nuke. Whatever. And this one I thought also for sure was going to work because, as you can see, the nipple is like, it's kind of like a real nipple. So that part goes up. And then it has 3 little holes as opposed to just one like hole, so it kind of really mimics the way milk comes out of your breast. That one didn't work. Let me see if I have any other ones, but I think that was it. And then, like, of course we went crazy and we bought a bunch of different flows, you know, a bunch of different nipples for the flows, which this one like was horrible. I think I should try and return this. That one, we got the flows for the Tommy one, thinking maybe, but no. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, that was all of them. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went through 6 bottles. 6 bottles. And that, none of them worked. So as like the date was getting closer, I was thinking like, wow, this is definitely not gonna work out. So I was ready on my first day to have to leave work because my child wouldn't eat at daycare, because, you know, I was just thinking like, I'm gonna go today and I'm probably never gonna go back to work until he can really eat on his own, because I was not willing to let my baby, you know, like starve. Okay, so the last one that we tried was this one. Mom, I don't know, I think. So this one, at first, we gave it to him. It didn't work, just like the rest of them. But I took, like, it didn't work, but he kind of drank from it a little bit. But there was no way he was going to finish a whole bottle, and there was no way that he was going to be able to properly feed without going hungry with that. So we kind of had a little bit of hope. So what we did was we took him to the daycare with all of these. Some of these actually, and then some of the Komotomo ones, just to try and like see if like the teachers would be able to feed him or if he would take a bottle from them. But we kind of did it knowing that he wasn't going to take a bottle, and thinking that I was gonna have to come home. So yeah, so then we did this one, this man one. And let me show you the nipple, because the nipple is actually really different than any of these nipples. And well, all of them are very different from one another, but this one, see, it's like this. It kind of like is really long, which I thought he was not gonna like. And this kind of reminds me almost more of like a sippy cup thing, you know? So this one he did take. This one he did take, and we actually bought like different sizes in this one too, and different flows. But yeah, he totally didn't take it at first with us. But once he was at daycare, he actually started taking it from the teachers, and he took it warm. So I literally went through all of these bottles. Maybe if I had just like warmed up the milk, he would have taken like the Komotomo one or the Tommy one or even the Nuke one or any of them, maybe. But he for sure took this one. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like I looked up in my like despair, like thinking like, oh my god, my baby's not gonna eat. I looked up so many videos trying to figure out like which one worked really well. And all of, you know, like for every single bottle that I got, I feel like there was a video with someone claiming that it worked for their baby. But it didn't work for mine. So I feel like the best advice that I can give you is just try every single thing that you can. Don't wait until like the last week. You know, if you don't have a baby yet, which I don't know how you'd be watching this video, but hey, make sure you like don't stop giving him both, because I've heard that the baby won't take will have breast milk confusion, but you got to be very careful to like not let him have a bottle at all, and then he won't take it at all, and then it's going to be harder for you. So which is something that no one told me about at all, and a lot of videos that I watched, like no one knew about that part. So yeah, it's definitely good to know. So yeah, I feel like just try everything. Sometimes you have to go through this process to let your baby kind of figure out which one works better. Try different environments, different bottles, heat it up, different flows. And definitely keep the receipt, because if your baby won't take it, if you buy them at Target, Target will take them back as long as you have the packaging. And a lot of the times you don't even need a receipt. Like in case you lost the receipt, receipt's best, of course, but they'll still give you your cash back. They won't even just give you like store credit, they'll give you your cash back. So definitely keep the receipts. As for me, I should have kept the receipts, because this is like at least like $60 to $70 or even $80 of like bottles. I'm pretty sure it's more than $80 actually that I didn't get a chance to, you know, even use. So I guess luckily for me, my sister, she is having a baby, so a little summer baby. So that's gonna be awesome, because she can use all of this maybe if she has to go through this process. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys found this helpful. I know when I was searching for ways to get my baby to take a bottle, like any information was good information. So yeah, just be patient with your little one. don't get angry because all that he wants is to just like be with you and love you, and it's so intimate to breastfeed. But I know sometimes when we have to go back to work, we have to give them the bottle, but just hang in there and everything will be okay. All right, you guys take care. Bye.